Hey YouTube, well, Rob back again. I think it's been a while since I've sort of done sort of one of these videos, bit of vlog style video. I just haven't been in the mood to sort of make videos recently. I mean, just over the last few months, I've been wanting to try and make videos, and I even sort of sit down sometimes, and get the camera out, sit down, and think about filming something, but I just sort of sit there and I just can't be bothered, So I thought I might get out in the sunshine instead of being stuck inside all day, and go to the park and try and make a video. I don't know about what exactly. I've got a few ideas, I suppose. I just haven't sort of been in the mood to make videos. Even my sort of end of the month sort of movie updates, I've been struggling to try and get them done too. I think I've been fairly consistent over, I think for the last year or so. I think pretty much every month I've managed to make a video. So I want to, try and keep up with that. And that's, kind of the only reason I'm sort of actually still, still making videos. At least still making those, those monthly videos. But I'll try to make other videos. I've made a few unboxing videos of the Zavvi Z boxes that I'm trying to do something a little bit different, and I don't know how sort of popular they are. I don't think many people watch them, but anyway, I think it is something a bit different. So yeah, it's sort of one of the reasons I haven't sort of been on YouTube much. I just haven't been in the mood to sort of do it. Haven't sort of been found the motivation. So I don't know whether I'm going to make a end of the month movie update this time. I don't know. I'll have to do it tomorrow, or even today. I don't know. It depends how I feel about it. I might or I might not. I don't know yet. I haven't sort of decided. I'll be a bit of a spur of the moment type thing. So what's been happening? I think probably the big news today is that Lemmy from Motorhead died, which is extremely sad. I don't know whether my subscribers are sort of fans of Motorhead or not, but I'm quite a big sort of fan. I mean, I can't necessarily name all their albums or name all the members in the band, but I definitely do love their music, and definitely know Lemmy and Phil Animal Taylor, the drummer. He was a bit of a character, I think, too. I think he died recently too, actually. Lemmy was was just a man, really. He was very sort of well respected, and definitely a pioneer, I think, in heavy metal music. Obviously inspired a lot of bands, and will definitely be sorely missed. Definitely one of the last true rockers, I think. There aren't sort of many of his caliber left, I don't think. Definitely in terms of sort of work ethic. I don't want to sort of slag off some of these newer bands, but they've got no work ethic, and it's all about the fame, and most artists these days don't really struggle to they're all YouTube sensations. They get get airtime on YouTube, and people get 1,000 subscribers or whatever, and obviously get like a record contract sort of shoved in their face, and they're all set. Whereas bands like Motorhead, and you had to sort of struggle and play gigs to no one, and it was a real struggle for those sort of artists. But definitely just great musician, definitely great music, and just a band that had great sort of melody, good sounding music. The new bands today, I think, just sound awful. They just sound so flat. There's no, they're just so boring, I think. I just can't. I get bored very quickly with the newer sort of bands that sort of come out. But Lemmy was just the man. He was just a phenomenal band. I mean, I was reading an article about Adele the other day, the artist Adele, which I'm quite a fan of. I do actually quite like her songs. I think she's a great singer, and I'm a fan of all sorts of music, you know, hard rock and heavy metal, all down to, you know, female singing and all different sorts of stuff. So I'm, you know, quite a big fan of Adele, and I think she's probably only I think out of probably 2 or 3 female artists I think they've actually got any talent today, which is probably a bold statement. Anyway, and it was just sort of about her and her 25 album, which just came out the other day, and it was just sort of about her work ethic compared to like artists today. A lot of the artists today, it was actually quite an interesting article. It was just sort of about how most artists today are, like, they don't even, you know, write their own songs, or if they do, they've got, like, you know, 10 other writers on songs, and, you know, 5 different producers, and, you know, whereas artists of old and bands of old, they used to do the whole lot. They used to, you know, write the songs, compose the music, you know, record their own stuff, and, you know, even promote their own stuff and sell their own stuff, and, you know, it's a lot more sort of hands-on. But these days it's like a committee sort of thing, you know, working on a product. It's all about working on a product and releasing that product, you know, like Apple or something, or it's like a brand name sort of thing. Volume my window up. And like they even sort of said that, you know, a lot of sort of the rappers too, the producer sort of makes, or someone makes like basically the beat to the song, and then the artist sort of just tries to come up with words to match that beat. So they basically just sort of speak drivel basically to try and, you know, rap out something and, you know, try and make a song out of it, which is not surprising really when you hear some of the, you know, lyrics to some of these songs that are released these days. It's all just rubbish lyrics and just you know, just awful shit, you know, just drivel basically, random words all chucked together, you know. And yeah, I don't know, which I just sort of found that really interesting, and sort of saying that Adele's very sort of old school, and she sort of, you know, sort of sits down and, you know, even before she gets to the studio, she writes out all the songs and, you know, picks them to pieces and rewrites it again, and, you know, she sort of makes it perfect, and then she goes into, you know, actually into the studio to, you know, to actually record it, you know, sort of thing. Very much similar to, I guess, if you want to use a bit of a movie analogy, I think Alfred Hitchcock used to do the same thing. He used to sort of storyboard everything. Even before he, you know, shot one frame of film, he used to sort of sit down and actually write, storyboard, you know, every single frame, every single scene. And, you know, I think he even said that he actually found it boring actually shooting the film, because he'd spent so much time storyboarding and just having it, you know, absolutely perfect. He just sort of found the whole process of filming it, you know, rather boring, you know. So I think, you know, it's quite interesting. But I mean, you know, I guess there are certain artists I think, you know, that I do listen to, newer ones that, you know, are actually quite have a bit of talent, but majority I think is just absolutely awful. You know, I'm still listening to stuff I was listening to when I was a teenager. I haven't sort of, you know, changed, you know. I haven't sort of strayed much from that. Yeah, I don't know. I think music definitely has to sort of be heard. I think it definitely has to have a melody to it. It definitely has to have, you know, it has to be catchy, have a sort of a good sort of beat to it. But whereas I think music today, it's just really boring. It's really just really flat sounding, and it's, yeah, awful. Anyway, I think I'm rambling on a bit too much. What else is going on? I went and saw the new Star Wars movie, which is obviously getting a lot of buzz. I think, pretty sure most people know there's a new Star Wars movie out. It's all over, you know, social media everywhere, and everyone's debating it and talking about it and trashing on it and what sort of shit. It's yeah, I don't know. It was a good movie. I think it was reasonably good. I did have quite a few issues with the storyline to it, which which has obviously been gone into great depth by other people, so I don't necessarily need to go into, you know, great depth of it. But, you know, just basically the fact that it's just in some ways a bit of a remake of Episode 4, and, you know, sort of carbon copy and paste, you know, from some of the older movies. Which, you know, I feel like you can sort of argue that, you know, it is a, you know, it's, you know, what's wrong with a bit of copy and paste, and you know, the fact that it's, you know, the first movie in a trilogy or so, or you know, and they're saying that it's, you know, first movie in a trilogy, so we might get a bit more storyline, and once we sort of watch the trilogy together, it might make a bit more sense and stuff, which I sort of can see to a point. But yeah, it's just the fact that it's sort of a rebooting, a retelling of the story which we've already seen. So, and that's sort of your foundation. So the foundation is just going to continue on in this remake, type storyline. I think I can't understand. Yeah, I mean, in some ways it kind of annoyed me. I mean, I'm not sort of a huge Star Wars fan, but sort of copying, pasting, and retelling the same story again. I was a bit disappointed because I thought they were going to tell a bit more of an original story. That was kind of what I was sort of. That's what I sort of assumed, I suppose, when I was, started to watch, watch the movie sort of thing, So I'm not too sure how I feel about it, I suppose, exactly. But don't get me wrong, I thought there's some great sort of characters to it. I quite liked Finn, and I quite liked Ray, Daisy, whatever her last name is. I thought she was actually quite good. I thought she was probably the best character of the whole movie, I thought, really. And also Chewbacca, I actually quite liked him as well. I thought he was, even though he didn't sort of say, that much, he was still, hadn't changed much, and he was, I thought he was actually quite good, really. But it was a good movie and probably worth watching. But yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think the storyline kind of disappointed me a little bit. And I wasn't sort of a big fan of the Darth Vader clone sort of villain again. That was a bit, I'm not quite sure where they're going to go with that exactly. Anyway, I think that might do it. I think I've been rambling on too much, not making sense. So I think I might shut up now. Yeah, so thanks for watching. I might be back soon, perhaps maybe with the end of the month update. I'm not quite sure yet. Depends how I feel. Hope you don't feel too mad at me if I don't make one. I'll see how I feel. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you soon. Bye.